Hi Nima. So in one of my classes, we are discussing A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. Being the English major theater minor that I am, I have read this play a couple of times before. Like a billion. Today in another one of my classes, we discussed a play called The Rover by Afra Ben. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is also a play I'm already familiar with. And as I look through the syllabi for most of my classes, I'm already at least a tiny bit familiar with most of the required texts. This is due to something oftentimes referred to as a literary canon. Much to my dismay, a literary canon is not a metallic tubular-shaped heavy piece of artillery filled with literature and dynamite. That would be C-A-N-N-O-N. A literary canon, C-A-N-O-N, is a collection of sacred books accepted as genuine. So basically, if a work of literature is discussed enough, taught enough, or considered worthwhile by scholarly people or other people who think they're smarter than other people, it will end up in a literary canon. Now, there isn't just one huge literary canon that's some kind of hodgepodge melting pot of all of the good books put together. That'd be crazy. It would be like when all the Thanksgiving leftovers are dumped into one Tupperware. You can't tell if you're eating mashed potatoes or pumpkin pie. There are several different literary canons, divided based on time period and genre and which cultural issues the literature deals with. So it's like having separate Tupperwares for Thanksgiving leftovers. But even within these separate categories, the term literary canon is extremely vague. There are no specific rules that these works have to abide by in order to fall into some literary canon. There's no specific criteria that they have to fulfill. An author doesn't sit down and decide, I'm going to write a book that will end up in a literary canon. You can't do that. That's just not how it works. For a work to end up in a literary canon, enough people have to feel strongly about it, whether these are feelings of hatred or fear or adoration or love or respect. There just has to be some form of substantial reaction from the readers to the work in order for it to end up in a literary canon. And then college students like me are forced to read these works like a billion times. I'm gonna start my own literary canon, and it's gonna have like Harry Potter on it because I almost cried when Dumbledore died. And then I really did cry after that cheese-tastic epilogue. I'm sorry, I'm about to start a Harry Potter debate, and I've never done that before on YouTube. I can't even handle it in real life, so I'm just gonna stop there. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Lily. Yours truly, Kat.